Hey, Madawaska, just wanted to share some thoughts on what your work is on Friday. So we are really going to be working on what is guaranteed and viable curriculum. And guaranteed and viable curriculum is that which we know is we can guarantee from kindergarten all through way through 12th grade what students are going to expect and what are the big pieces that they're going to know that build upon one another. And so we can't do that without you all working together. And so we are going to have some K-12 discussions and conversations about where are we headed. We know that this work is multi-step, which means it's going to be multi-year, and it's a long process that evolves constantly. So we're going to begin some of that work on Friday as a K-12 system and vertical conversations. You will need to identify in elementary who is the representative for math, science, social, and English language arts. And then you will go to a space that identifies with where you're at. We're going to be working through the curriculum cycle, and so we've worked to create a draft form. So this is in draft form of what our curriculum cycle is. It is based on a 10-year cycle from the Department of Ed. We know that 10 years is a really long time, and so we aren't necessarily excited about that, but we are given that task to complete work based on when their new standards come out. We also recognize that things like math, the new standards year one is really showing us in 25, 26, yet standards should be done next year. We will go to potentially purchase well before this year one or year two in some of those content areas that are very overdue. And so this again is in draft form, and we will work through the steps as we need to, as we know we're behind in a lot of curriculum areas. As with that said, each content area, as it goes through a year, there's a task and product that is required. And so since we have, no one has ever been through this curriculum cycle with the tasks and products, we're all going to work together on year one. And so really the products here are belief statement, goals, and philosophy to complete. And that's not work that we've ever done before. So that will be at the heart of what you do on Friday. And so you will work to complete this. You will share, you'll break apart by school-like groups. So the elementary math folks will sit together, middle school math folks, high school math folks, and really talk about what is it that you want your students to know and be able to do when they leave you. What do we need them to have? And then as a whole content area, you will create a belief statement for the district based on the content area that you're in. And so there will be a direction sheet here that tells you the task of what you need to do. Now, we are not unique in doing this work. There are tons of schools that have done this work in many, many states. And so we have shared with you just a little bit of a snippet from Beaverton, Oregon. The Aloha Huber School has gone through some of this work and put a video together that makes it a little more easy to understand of where we're headed and what this might look like when we talk about guaranteed and viable curriculum. So that's a short video, about 5 minutes for you to watch, and then you will work through the tasks of that sheet. There's also some really good discussion that you're going to have in grade or in school like groups, and then lastly, some research for you to begin doing. And so we know that, again, this is going to evolve and move forward, but before you're done on Friday, this will need to be turned in and shared with myself. And then I will make sure that all of our building administrators get it. So make a copy when you get it, and then you can go forward. We are well aware of what the research says, and many of the best researchers in education, Marzano, Hattie, DeFores, are really have all talked about guaranteed and viable curriculum, and it's really been a buzz for a long time. And so here's just one of the quotes from Marzano in the video that you'll watch. But we know it's the single most important initiative a school or district can engage to raise student achievement. If we want to have kids ready for career and college, then this is the work that we have at hand. And so it may not always be our favorite, but it is really at the meat of what we do at schools. And so I thank you for your work and look forward to engaging in some conversations on Friday. If you have any questions, of course, feel free to reach out and we will talk soon. Thanks, guys.